Every day there are more than 60,000 songs being uploaded on Spotify, with thousands of artists pitching their releases to get into Spotify playlists. Competition is tough out there, but that doesn't mean you don't stand a chance of making it into one of their playlists. There are a few specific things to look out for when writing your submission to Spotify, and if you hit them right, your chances of getting into a featured playlist will increase exponentially. You can think of it this way: it's like applying for a job. There are going to be artists similar to you applying for the same position. So how do you make yourself stand out to the curators and get picked? As you can imagine, you can't just go out there and say, listen to my release, it's great and it will blow your mind. This is guaranteed not to work. It doesn't mean your song is not good, you may have done an amazing job and everything about your song is perfect. But writing a pitch to Spotify curators actually is not just about the music itself. It's about the story and everything that goes behind it. Because at the end of the day, Spotify curators will have to find the most suited song to fit into very specific playlists, so your release has to fit nicely next to other similar artists. And they are not likely to add yours if they don't have enough information to identify your image and see your potential. So if you go and read on Spotify community and artist support blog posts, they will tell you the importance of putting the right keywords in the metadata section and being as specific as possible to better identify your music. But with everyone else doing the same, how can you make a real difference? In the same way you would go to an interview for a job, when pitching to Spotify, you'll have to find what makes you unique as an artist, what makes your release unique and a great fit for playlists. And how can you show that? So every playlist on Spotify is designed to have a very specific goal. You might have a playlist that wants to be the one that you play in the morning whilst gently getting your day started with a cup of coffee, or you might have another playlist with just a collection of different white noises to help you sleep. These are just some examples. If you browse through several playlists on Spotify, you can give yourself an idea of how specific they can be. So when you're looking at these playlists, ever think about what is the concept behind them? What is the theme? What is the audience they're aiming for? And think about whether your release could fit into it. Think about the story that led your song to be born. That is your song that was created by you and could not have been done by anyone else. Remember that no one else has the same background as yours. Everyone is unique. And the way you express yourself in your song could not have been done by anyone but you. It's all these elements of uniqueness that you have to bring up to the attention of Spotify curators. For Spotify curators, context and community are absolutely important. Things like the places you were brought up in and where you live your life are likely to have influenced your song and are extremely important to be mentioned in your pitch, because they will provide a more defined context to identify you in a way that combines your uniqueness, places, culture, and more specific situations that can be immediately relatable by a wide audience. So places where you hang out, interests, every little thing that influences your music can be extremely valuable to a Spotify curator. And in the same way you would try to convince a job recruiter to give you a job because you have a unique combination of skills and experience to offer that no one else can. If you combine elements of your background and your culture with your specific features as an artist, you are definitely most likely to make a positive impression and give yourself a big chance to stand out. Basically you are telling the curator, look, these are all the ways I can fit into many playlists, for all these reasons, and I can have thousands of people listening to them for hours and hours. In the section where you can freely write about your release that you're pitching for, say who would you tour with if you had the chance, or what festival you would like to play in. Include information about your lifestyle that people can share and relate to. Remember that it's the little things that make your song interesting even before someone presses the play button. Hopefully now you have a few more ideas for your next pitch to Spotify. If you already pitched to Spotify, share your story in the comments. We are posting tips and recommendations on our channel all the time, so subscribe and follow the links in the bio and in the description. See you next time!